Hello again. Welcome back to another daily Blind Advisor Repentance. Still the 14th. Just got done with that last run, and yeah. Well, I mean, I got pretty far. The tools I had, especially the tears rate and everything. This looks interesting. Seed here is 6H0R 1C4H. So a better fire rate, not the greatest. More health. And a free sticker. Yeah, last run, I think I went a little too hard with like my health and everything and took a little too much damage than I need to. But that's okay. That's okay. We've had some crazy runs where we survived. I survived. And other ones where it was just absolutely cursed. That wasn't really my most cursed run. I've had a few. The number of plays I've played this game, like, and stuck with it, I had some pretty nasty ones. Pushing that away, that's really nice. Still want to stay my distance. Okay. I mean, Guillotine is a tears up and a damage up. I don't, care for it so much, but we're going to run with it. I don't like being disoriented with the head and stuff. Let's do it. So we got like half of that back. I guess I could have used the bomb or something there. All right, I need to stay the course. Okay. Oh yeah, the Stranger Things is supposed to be coming out this month, right? Probably gonna be on Tuesday or something, I would think, this month. Let me see. Just realized that. Let's see. We're on the 14th. Let's see. '27th. So next week. 27th. So that's probably next Tuesday. Not this upcoming Tuesday, but next Tuesday. I think. That sounds about right. Maybe. No, wait, see, 20th? No, the 20th is, I gotta think here, because today's the 14th. The 20th would be 6 days from now, so that means it'll be on a Friday. Yeah, Friday. So not next Friday, but the Friday after. Okay, yeah. I'm going to turn off my AC. I'm freezing. It's like as if I wasn't even gone. So we got even more tears up. Cool. More black hearts. Nice. All right. It's looking pretty good. So evidently, there's supposed to be one more season after season 4. I think. Or 6 seasons. 5 seasons, 6 seasons, or something like that. Which, it's a Netflix thing, so... And they're having financial issues, so I don't know, maybe it's going to be one of those shows where it's like... Cuts it off to the end and leaves with a cliffhanger and... It won't come back again. Like the whole Aragon thing. Of course, Aragon didn't have a great legacy. That's for sure. Been watching the theaters so bad, but tears up, cool. So bad. I didn't like it. And they were like heading towards like another sequel. Same thing with like, I guess, the last Transformers movie. They were left with a cliffhanger, and from what I heard, it's not going to be a sequel. So there's that. Unless, like, maybe they change their minds in the future like they did with Paranormal Activity. Whereas the latest one wasn't too bad. Marbles. Hopefully a good trinket here. We'll take Callus. That's not bad. So Callus is going to help with any creep and spikes and stuff like that. Won't affect us damage-wise. That's really good. Not the greatest, but that's pretty good. And we got it gulped. All right. So we got a pretty good tiers right now. Oh, I see why. Okay, yeah. So my head is firing the shots. That's what's throwing me off here. I totally forgot about that. Okay. Oh, I hate this. I shouldn't have picked this stupid thing up. But I did it on my own terms, I guess. One or more tiers, and there you go. You got a couple of tiers up on top of the one you just got from the guillotine. I hope I can find something that can fix this. Like a reroll or something. Anyways, what else? Bum friend? No thanks. Yeah, we can take this with us here. Talked about gonna go lifting later and stuff, so there's that. I'm still kind of waiting to get just dark enough to where it's gonna be nice and cool. Yeah, I know I'm procrastinating, but I'm also doing another video for tonight. There's that too. Okay. And yeah. Seeing there's already memes popping up for the, I guess the newest film with Doctor Strange or something. I'm like, okay. All right. I mean, like, I'm not really into, you know, Marvel stuff as I talked about before, but like, I'm just saying, like, typically when a film comes out and stuff, you got like memes, you know, memeing the hell out of it. Those new films. There's a lot of potential spoilers most of the time with that kind of stuff. Like, I've seen enough, like, memes about the whole Infinite War thing, and there's another one too, I guess. See, Infinity War, and then what else? Some other one. To where I have a generalized idea of what happens. In the series. In those two movies. I mean, shop refresh wouldn't be bad. Ooh, that'd be pretty good. I can get it. Let's just be careful here. Just spiders, huh? The other one wouldn't be bad either, an item choice, but with really spiders everywhere. Okay. But with the birthright, we can get like 3 items, and we'll choose one of them. But is that really worth it, though? All right, this is actually my opportunity here. Damage did go down, but I got rid of that thing. Huzzah! Not that bad. Okay, good. All right. We got rid of that terrible item. Not terrible, I mean, it has some advantages, but it throws me off. Okay, all right. Let's go to the curse room, I guess, here. We got another one of these. I mean, let's do it. Well, I kind of screwed myself there. What happened was I destroyed, well, not really destroyed my tears, right? But it's back to whatever. Black Candle does help. It does redeem it. Everything else is just like, whatever. Okay, let's see. I think a way to get a coin, we'll just hit this. Yeah. And then we can go back here. And I wonder if, was this a red room over here with this heart? No, but there's 2 more of these. Plus there's another one over there, so we could get some plays as well. Now, how do I want to do this? Let's try it. You can only pick one of these. Man. Buyer's remorse. Whatever. Syringe. Why not? Forgot about this too. All right. Well, actually, you know what? Let's back up here. Because we could get some money and we can reroll. We don't need to bomb it. Oh, do not pick that up. I could have picked up a half heart there, I just realized. We've got an extra 2 plays. All right. We can go pretty hard on this. We could even lose our bone heart if we want to here. And I might just do that because we got an angel deal chance if we hit it. Okay. Wasn't paying attention there. I was trying to get some water. All right, we got that. And honestly, let's just keep going with this. Holy water is pretty good. I haven't had holy water in a while. As far as finding an angel statue goes, not so much. Now let's try one more time. All right, that's actually pretty good. That's really good. That's what I wanted, more health. Okay, so we can come back here. Reroll this. We'll take the mind. Okay, all right, all right. So we got Black Candle and the mind. That's really good. I'm going to actually drop. No, I'm going to keep that actually. I was going to say drop it, but then it's like if I get like a D6 in a room with a item, that could probably be really good for me. D8, let's do it. All right, we got better stats. Just about to abandon that thing, and it's like, oh, I got the D8. Could have been worse for us, but all right, damage up, not bad. Okay, there's that thing, and then there's this. I'm gonna take this instead, and then we're gonna just fight both of these guys. Try to, anyways, since we've got the health here and stats to kind of fight these. All right. I gotta be very careful though, because these darn tears are sucking everything up. All right. I think we just go for angel deals, honestly. I guess this. I was kind of about to blow up the metal fire, but that's been helping us a little bit. Blow it up so it doesn't like shoot at me. It's not really shooting at me. That's a weird thing. Oh my goodness. Couple key pieces right off the bat. Charge thing, penny, maybe not, no. Like, it's okay. Could be useful. All right, what we got? D20? Well, actually, this book is useless now. Unless I reroll. Taurus, I think that's just going to slow me down again. So no thanks. So we got a pretty interesting run here. Now that I know where everything is. Except for the red rooms. Special red room stuff. Alright, get out of that. Alright, can you just get out of here, please? Pop up. Thank you. Well, speaking of the devil, we found a crack orb. So that can give us a chance to find a red room or unlock a secret room that we don't have a bomb to. Even if we know where the special room is. Probably won't be good enough. Oh, pop that again. Oh, there's the red room. Now, what would be really advantageous here is getting a red key. That's actually pretty good too there. Get the money. There's options would be nice. Eternal D6 can't use. D4 we could, but I'm not testing the hand of fate here, so. Hermit card, okay. So what else to talk about here? We can talk about the weather again. You know what? Let's take the syringe instead here. I don't want to just accidentally re-roll the run. Knowing me. I'm going to do some Vampire Slayer stuff tonight. After my workout. Oh, hello. I'm going to take that trinket for sure. If I get the bombs for it. Just make sure not to waste my bomb there. Okay. All right. This guy can be a pest sometimes. Range. Not a whole lot of anything. All right, let's go back. Yeah. As much as I want that thing, I'm going to skip it because I don't want to waste my health on the self-sacrifice. Well, you know what? We can take a gamble here and go for the super secret room. Maybe there's like a arcade in there. And then be able to... Oh, but I'd be missing out on that. Okay. No, actually, I already did this. All right, there is something here. All right. Okay. I think it'd be advantageous for me to be taking this too here with me. So we might actually get enough for this. think, yeah, maybe. That or I'll go pretty deep in it. Let's see. Nope, can't get to those. Here we go. Little money maker. No. We're taking this for this. Maybe a red heart in here. So what was this? 2 diamonds? Oh, okay. Yeah, we definitely have enough now. Well, let's try to milk it here. Until I, you know. Oh, look at that. Okay. Could try this. Maybe get spawn another poop. No. Okay. Oh, I didn't use my 2 diamonds. Whatever. We got more options. That's good. At least. Heading down the next floor. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'm assuming it'll work in here. Right? To get in this room? Oh, you son of a gun. Or do I have to be in the, whatever room? Okay. So let's try something here.
2 of diamonds.
Take this with us, because that'll give us that heart, yeah. And then... we're going to go in the curse room and see if we can activate it. I'm not pushing my luck anymore there. Let's get out of here. I was hoping it's going to do something. Maybe it's like a very low chance. What's in here, though? Tenor rock I can't get to. Okay. Yeah. You know, it was supposed to rain today and yesterday, and nothing happened. Not even close of any rain. It's supposed to like cool down and be like, oh, it's gonna be raining for a few days. Da, da, da. And it's like storms. No, none of that. Clear skies mostly. The weatherman lied to me again. Like, I don't mind some thunderstorms and rain, just nothing like super nasty or whatever, where it's like, oh, you got a tornado warning. Da, da, da. Heavy winds and stuff. Power outages. And what the cool kids are saying now, the deratios. I don't really call them deratios, I just call them storms. Like, do we really need, like, names for, like, winter storms or regular spring and summer storms and stuff like that? Like, oh, yeah, that storm derecho, whatever, from 2019. Or no, 2020. Remember that? Let's go over there and this part of the country and everything else. And or Winter Storm Ivan or something. You remember that? Oh, Winter Storm Ivan. I remember Winter Storm Ivan. Like, that's just silly. Like, I get it with, like, hurricanes, because hurricanes are different, because it's, like, less of those than, like, just common storms, you know? It's like, oh, yeah.
Tears.
Yeah, I was there for that. It was amazing. Yeah, this and this was going on and everything. I remember the X storm. That's cool. Nah, I don't talk about the X storm. I'd be like, yeah, you remember that storm from like this year, or this certain year, or this certain year and month. That's it. Like, oh yeah, the ice storm and all that. Da 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 da. You know, not like, oh, you remember this storm? I'll refresh my memory what this is about. Okay, so it took place at this part of the country, right? And it also like affected these people and everything else. Not these people, but it affected this part of the country at this time of year, everything. But like, you could just say the storm of this. It maybe remind me of like, you know, what season it started happening with, and I'm totally with you, man. But if you say the name of the storm, I can't really pinpoint that. Now with hurricanes, you have a little bit of an easier time. You know, if I say something like, remember Hurricane Katrina? I'd be like, oh yeah, it was like back in the mid 2000s or something, and it affected like a lot of the southern states. Then I have an idea what's going on. Okay. I guess we just convert these. We could take the coupon with us, but I don't even know what I'm looking for here. I'm just kind of looking around, I guess. Yeah, we'll take that with us. I mean, next thing they're going to give like names to tornadoes. Oh, his name is Pete. Pete the tornado. Twister Pete, or something like that. Oh, I remember Twister Pete. Yeah, and like they had like 2 or 3 other ones that were like around that area too. So it became from Pete to Peter, and then Piper and pickled peppers. There's a bunch of those. I remembered. Mark my words. There'll come the day where it'd be like, oh, we gotta name twisters now. Or volcanic eruptions. Oh, you heard about that, volcanic eruption? Oh, which one? Oh, volcanic eruption, Judas? Well, where was that at? Oh, Mount St. Helens went up. You just said the Mount St. Helens eruption of like 85 or whatever the year was. Well, it's like, it's just as silly as like the COVID tracker on the Weather Channel, the weather.com thing. It's like, oh, look at that. LOL, we got a COVID tracker. Like, are you kidding me? That's like the most worthless thing ever. Yeah, according to the winds here, it looks like, based on the trajectory of the winds and stuff like that, we're going to have a COVID outbreak because it's going to be carried up in the atmosphere and coming down and get you all. Perfect conditions for a COVID twister. Better go out all at once to the store and get bread and milk and flood the roads. And be all together. Oh, bad trip is still like not working there. Okay. Like the pollen thing, I can understand, even though it's not weather related. I can understand putting the pollen levels on there where it's like, oh yeah, the allergy levels are going to be moderate because of this. I can understand because people have got some terrible allergies to stuff. And the air quality, I mean, it's not really weather. I mean, it can be weather related, like you know, wildfires and stuff like that from wherever, and then that can carry over in the winds and stuff for like the sandstorms. Just stuff like that. I could see that being a thing. A COVID and COVID like stuff like that, like COVID related thing. And naming storms, that's just too much. Strength and devil. I guess we'll just take the devil card maybe here. Maybe, kinda, sorta. Oh. You sucker. Okay. So we got a free devil deal item here. Hopefully something nice. We get 2 choices. We'll take this. Sure. And there's no reason to take you on, so yeah, we just go down the next floor here. Not a great choice of items, but Little Horn here is pretty good. Rep a grade? Yeah, let's hold on to this. This is our last shot. And we'll come back and get it. Get our other trinket. I don't have gulp anymore. That's from last run, I think. Now, I do have a storm alarm. I think I talked about that before, a while back. Got one a couple of years ago, and this year it hasn't really gone off. Like, it probably went off like once, maybe. But that was it. Based on how I set it up. So it's like severe thunderstorms, which usually kind of coincides sometimes with heavy storms. So I just kind of have that on there just in case. And of course, you know, the tornado stuff, like... I'm not leaving that out. Snow stuff, I have disabled too, I think. Unless like maybe it's big blizzards. I think I might have it enabled for like big blizzard stuff, which I don't think it went off for that either. For the entire winter, because it's been kind of a dry winter. An uneventful winter. Much like the summer being very dry too last year. Very, very dry. Oh, balls of steel, don't mind if I do.
Balls of steel.
Can you, like, give me something here, you little jerk? I worked for it. Gosh darn it, I'm gonna get something out of you, sonny boy. I don't care if it's a crappy item or not. I want something out of it. Because I'm entitled. I'm entitled for it. Something's wrong. Indeed, there is indeed something wrong here. All right. That's my second syringe. That gives me some speed and shot speed. That's not bad. I mean, another thing too with the whole storm naming thing that's coming in and stuff, like, it's gonna confuse people too. It's like, oh yeah, there's a big storm coming in. Did you hear about the derecho or whatever? This derecho coming in? You know, the X named derecho, and I'm like, what's that? And they're like, oh wow, it's all this stuff. It's like, you could have just said there's some nasty storms coming in, and be like, say no more. Let's see. Okay. Probably didn't need to gulp that Greed's rib. Oh my goodness, great. Oh Jesus. I ran into that. That was a mistake. Anyways, I remember years ago there was like this big winter storm that was going to come into my hometown. Prime example. Everybody took every single cart that was in the store, just flooded the store to get groceries, and there wasn't like much of anything. I know, I get the whole deal where it's like, you know, you just got to prepare in case something does happen. Not be caught with your pants down. I get it. Like, same time, it'd be like, I believe it when I see it. Like, I can look on a radar and I could say for certain, like when it starts coming nearby or something like that, that, okay, we might have a chance of storm coming. A bigger chance than whatever, you know, it's necessary to be. Like when I was talking about the whole storm supposed to be coming in the last couple of days and stuff like that, that was like a long range, like out of there, you know, kind of thing where it was going to happen. As opposed to be like, oh yeah, there's something coming in within a few hours, like I see on the radar, that could or could not produce these kind of storms. There's a higher chance because it's on its way. I'm not a meteorologist, so just keep that in mind, but like, nothing there either, huh? We'll keep playing around in this little vicious cycle. Okay. Let's try blowing you up, I guess, here. Probably didn't need to, I guess, but whatever. Hit me up down in Paradise City. Storms are storms, you know? You start giving them names like that. It's like a typical thunderstorm or whatever, or a cluster of storms, or however they categorize them. You're gonna confuse me. You're gonna be running out of names very quickly too, because it's always constant storms. Because they have the winter storms and they have like the summer storm stuff that have been naming. This is an insult to my senses here, by the way. There we go. Out of here.
Tears up.
I can't imagine with like classes nowadays in public school, some classes in like earth science or whatever, be like, yes, I want you to memorize these storm names and where they affect, and you know, do like a multiple choice thing and be like, what storm affected this region on the map at this time, and it was like this storm. You're like, oh, that's easy, it's this storm. Whatever. Like, I did something kind of like that. Not like storms, but it was something a little bit more sinister. It was a type of quiz test thing I had to do, which was like memorizing constellation names and the stars within them. That sucked. Like, I don't know what benefit that would be for me to, like, I mean, as an astronomer, like if I did something in astronomy or whatever, I don't know, like, what benefit that would really give for me for a profession like that to be memorizing every star in the sky. I guess for like research purposes, it'd be like, oh yeah, there's Nocturnus. Or Octurnus, whatever the name of the star was. I think it's the name of the star. And here's Betelgeuse. Just like a larger star in the sky that's soon going to be a black hole and kill everything in its own universe. Yeah, universal planetary rotation elsewhere. But don't worry, it's not in our galaxy. I don't think it's in our galaxy. I think that's a little excessive when it comes to like a basic astronomy class at a college. I'm just saying. It's a little excessive. And it wasn't really even fun either to learn that kind of stuff. Because we didn't have like an overhead thing. Be like, oh, I mean, we had an overhead. Still using overheads. And now using a proper projection screen to show off like different videos, scientific videos. Be like, oh yeah, look at this planet, you know, expand our like imaginations, you know. Now this was just old school, like, oh, just do all this like complex math, which was another thing I was very terrible at. I was like I'm bad with math in general, but like when it comes to something like astronomy math, oh Jesus, we're talking about large numbers. Holy Jesus. Wow. Will you look at that? It's not often I find these things in a run like this. Dang nabbit, he's just gonna go for the R key, isn't he? Well, yes I am, or unless I just go for that and finish the run. But no, I'm going for R key here. After losing my last run, that cursed stuff, I owe it to myself. Gosh darn it, I owe it to myself. See, do I have starter deck? No, I don't. Okay. I was going to say, if I have starter deck and I get the double active card, then I can use it again. Or if I find a wild card, even. As long as I don't use any other kind of item or anything pickup, period. Okay, let's see. Gotta be very careful because I remember picking up a chest once, opening a chest once when I found a death certificate on the chest floor. There was an item in there. These chests we don't have to worry about. Golden chests, I'm going to be a little bit more leery. Godhead, no. Diplopia unfortunately does not do it. I wish it does something cool like that, but every item would just vanish. You can see like how many freaking items are really in this game. This is like every single freaking item. And I had to go collecting all these things to get 100%. And also earn them. Before I can even collect them. I know there's R keys around here somewhere. It's got its own kind of item pool, you know? Except there's only one item that's not in here, which is the, oh, what do you call it? The death certificate, because you use it. Because I don't think you get another one. All right, there it is. Yoink. I could try to get to the chest here. Go as far as I can with this run. And if I get close to dying or something, I'm popping this. So here we go. We got a little death certificate action. Like, that's just rare to be finding. First place, Mom's Pearl is actually pretty good. So I think that increases my soul heart drops. I'm going to need. Now, we really probably didn't need R key here to finish this run and win. But R key is fun. It's a fun little item. I didn't expect I was going to get a death certificate either. It's like the law of, there's a law of attraction, there's another one. Opposite to that, where it's like, I think it's either a bad thing or it's a good thing, where it's like you're not needy to it, and then therefore you get it. I think. Anyways, going back to the whole astronomy thing. Actually, I've taken actually 2 different astronomy classes. I've taken one in high school, and I've taken one. And let's see. Do I even want to take that? I don't think that would ruin my. Well, don't even have any guppy items. Not really even worth it. I've taken one in high school, which it was more fun, and then I've taken one at college, and that sucked. I barely passed it in college. I got like a C, I think, after that. Maybe a D. And then I think I retook it again because I was terrible with math and everything. Like, I didn't fail it. I decided to retake it to course correct the score, and I think I did get better at it and got a C. But, I mean, I did some cool things. I went to an observatory and looked at some of the stars, planets and stuff. Nothing wrong with that. And then seeing the sun with a special telescope. That was kind of cool. I can't really tell you for the life of me about a lot of astronomy stuff. Like, I could tell you some stuff I know, but not like most of the stuff that I learned in class, I just forgot, like, completely. And I've taken psychology classes too, and that was something else. Those ones were very short, because back then, they probably still have them. You can take an entire semester worth of a class in 7 days, which is like 7 hours for each day. Yep. For 7 days, for 7 hours, I can get equivalent to like an entire semester worth for the exact same credits. There's only certain classes though. So I took like 3 psychology courses. So I'm not the expert here. Like, of course, a lot of things were cut down too because of time, and then like, you know, not jamming our brains too hard with things. But I learned some things about psychology, so I'm not to the point where I'm like a psychologist or anything. I know to some degree how that stuff works with diagnosing and to some degree. So I'm not going to be like saying here, be like, hey, I can diagnose you. No, I can't. No, I can't. It's not in my expertise. I haven't gone through like clinical study stuff or like one-on-one studies with people. I haven't went through like the proper training. None of that. I could tell you about the DSM and stuff, and it's the DSM-4 or something I was working with, or DSM-5. Kind of a controversial one. I have a copy somewhere, which is probably out of date now. Or maybe not. Maybe not quite. Because I was reading something about like a lot of the psychology stuff that's been doing research lately has been very much garbage. At least majority scientific studies. And also been a lot more influencers sort of speaks pain for these studies and, you know, for their favor. For example, PTSD used to be called shell shock. The reason why they changed the name is because they want to just kind of desensitize the wording. So like, what I mean by that is like, so like, you know how there's words where people want you to just to kind of avoid because it kind of triggers them or something like that? Or has like a bad meaning behind it? And then use like a different alternative word. Happens a lot in politics. But, like political stuff and whatever. Social political issues. Well, shell shock was so well known back then. Well, not well known, but like it was so much talked about that they changed the name to PTSD, where it's like when you say PTSD, you know, post-traumatic stress disorder, it's like, oh yeah, I know what that is. And when you hear shell shock, it's like something more dramatic, right? Shell shock. A shock, you know? Jolting, something erupt and like out of the ordinary. PTSD, you'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? You're not as like reactive to that. I forgot who changed the idea with that thing, but they try to make it sound less important is what I think kind of goes on. Even though it's an important topic to kind of like address with just, you know, people are affecting with it. It's just, renaming it doesn't fix anything. It's kind of, you know, minimizing the problem, in my opinion, when they did that. And we got some trash items again, ladies and germs. I guess they get a little dumpy here. I guess from what I was reading about too, they fixed them a little bit more in the latest update or something. Update or two. So I'll give them a chance. Closing his eyes now and stuff. Because he's not darting around as much either. Get back, you foul beasts. Okay. But no, I'm no expert with that stuff. I did earth science in high school, which was kind of cool. Of course, that one I had to kind of memorize the smell and the texture and everything else of certain like elements, like safe elements, sulfur and all that, like in rock form. That was kind of cool. One class I had a chance to smell frankincense and there's like another one, frankincense and or something like that. All right, we're gonna die here, so let's just do it. See here is 6H, 0R, 1C, 4H. Now let's not die. I should have just got more health. I just did it 2 hearts before. Yeah. 1 hit is all it's gonna take to kill me, and that's gonna be really bad for me. Another fly item, I guess. These spiders I gotta watch out for here. Oh! Okay. Okay, careful. All right. We're good. We're fine. Compass, absolutely. Actually, you know what? Compass is useless because I have the mind. Whatever. It's basically like having the mind with the full map thing, treasure map, and whatever else. What a waste. Wah, wah, wah. Come on. Here? Are you pulling my leg? Here? I would think a blast radius like that would get it. Apparently not. All right.
Luck up.
Just sleeping? Is that what your little gimmick is? You rest after you fart? Knock the wind out of you? All right, we got box. I say we take box. Did I already get box earlier, or was that another run? Tears up. We're maxed out. All right. All right. Next to 4. I wonder if that teacher retired. I think about it with the astronomy teacher stuff. It's like, I wonder what he's been up to lately. I think the science department at some point probably got an upgrade. I think they did. Cookie dough I'm taking here. There was like an Isaac player on YouTube that doesn't take cookie dough for some reason. I'm like, I know it's a little dangerous, but there are some advantages with cookie dough. It's tasty. Not nutritious, but you know. Especially with Fire Mine there, I guess, but whatever. It's still fun. 2020, let's just add to the chaos here. Cool. No, not curse room right now. Build a big old classroom. We'll pull the planets together and talk about them. I mean, if I was like an astronomy teacher, I'd be like trying to see about getting this and that in order to like show off. Because like, it's one thing where it's like, you know, you want to teach people how to, you know, recognize this and that in the sky. It's another where it's like, you know, if you want people to learn, you want to make it fun. I know learning usually isn't fun. Got 3 of these sun cards. Are you kidding me? I guess we'll just take one. Another one. Because if I'm sitting here trying to crunch numbers on my head for some absurdly large astronomical miles and stuff, like, I need some form of entertainment way to like learn that. Like a balance, not like something super entertaining, be like, ha, wow, this is fun. But like enough to where it's like, it keeps me inspired. Where it's like, wow, someone did an artist representation of Arcturus in the sky. Stuff like that. Or like, here's some photos. That's another thing too. Like, even back then there were photos you can just show on the screen or something like that. But no, it's just like, whatever his style was, it was just like, oh, just follow along in the book. Which the book had some pictures, I guess, but like, it still wasn't fun enough. And I'm gonna write on a projector. It's like, God, you still using projectors? Remember in grade school they were using those, like grade school, middle school, high school, and then it's like college, and it was like, oh yeah. I mean, it is useful, but like, that was it. There's no like, hey, let me get my, flat screen on there and I'll project an image off a projector and show you like what NASA found and stuff, or use relevant data at the time. Maybe he wasn't just too into doing that, I guess. Maybe he was just like, this is my way. Get over it, kid. Let's see here. You know what? We could just take perfection here, and we lose it, we lose it. Get out of here, you whippersnapper. This is my class, not yours. I mean, I've had some dry teachers too, but like, some stuff I can at least learn. This guy was kind of monotone too, so that didn't help. I guess we get a little ghostly friend here. Some other classes I've taken have stories of. It's kind of a blur to kind of remember that. Like a lot of that stuff. It's like another eon. It's like another time ago, another lifetime ago. Nah. Of course, not, but like, you might have heard of people talk about, recommending this teacher or that teacher. There goes my perfection. Goodbye. It's like, I'll take that teacher. Duh, duh, duh. I'll take this teacher. It's awesome. Haha. I had one class that I was recommended with a teacher that I actually had issues with. Oh, that's really good. Which is like a really rare occasion, I guess. Oh yeah, this teacher's awesome. Haha. Had the class and it was just like all over the place, and I'm like, no, this is not what I was hoping this to be. Other classes I heard about, like, oh yeah, whatever. Don't take this teacher, this math teacher, take this other math teacher. Or sometimes you have no option, either because like they already filled up the classes, or you have to take that class in order to like get your prerequisites and stuff. So you're just kind of stuck there, so to speak. I had one teacher who wrote a paper. I was writing a paper about some topic or whatever, and I decided to just leave early. Like completely out of the class. Like you can do that. After a certain period of time in a semester, you can leave completely and it won't impact your GPA, as well as like you get a refund too. Now, some big universities, on the other hand, I don't think you get any kind of refund. I mean, actually, you might. Now I think about it, you might get some kind of a refund. But smaller colleges, you're more able to like find one where you can do that. I've taken a couple of classes that had completely new teachers, and that was like a Whole different experience. I probably wouldn't recommend like taking a class, like any kind of university or college class that has a new teacher that just started the semester. I highly recommend not doing that. And here's why. So it's not just like they're new at the job, because everybody's new at, starting a job or something. That's not like really the big issue. But the big issue is like, what happens a lot of times is they overestimate like how much work, overestimate how swamped the homework is with people and memorizing everything. And they have to like go back and tone everything down, but it'd be too late to even do anything about the grades. Kind of thing. And then that's just on your your fault if you're not memorizing a bunch of stuff. Now my memory's not the greatest either, too. I had a close call with the class, and I was a new teacher and whatever else, and now I'm not saying that all teachers are like that or anything, but my experience with a couple occasions that's happened to me, I feel like it's probably more likely that that can happen. Depending on what kind of class that is, of course. For me, it's like more classes I've taken was more in the lines of like memorizing a bunch of stuff. Which I'm good to a point. To a point. If I push myself hard enough, I can memorize a lot of stuff. This class, I was cramming everything else too, so. And they were putting a bunch of stuff out there, so. Which I totally forgot. Other classes, though, I've talked about in one of my videos, recent videos of, Vampire Survivors, about some history stuff that I actually I retained because I studied and it was interesting, so I retained it somehow after all these years. It's not like some scientific fact or anything, but I was like, oh yeah, I remember when I was doing this huge calculation to know the light speed of whatever. Or the velocity of the moon. Keep in mind, like, when I say I'm bad with math, I'm not saying I'm so bad at math I can't do, addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, because I can do that. And not Common Core, because I wasn't there for Common Core, thank God. But I can't tell you how to do Common Core. I try looking into it online under my own like terms and stuff, just looking at it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? This is not how you do math. Guess we just pop this here. I don't know if Common Core is still prevalent in public schools. I think it is. Like, I haven't been to a public school in a while, like a long while. And Common Core was around the time I was in school too, so. But I was just of the age to where I didn't have to fiddle around in that, thank God. Like being forced into it. Because at the time, I used to have like multiplication tables, like this whole chart thing. And it was like very easy to memorize and stuff like that when I was in grade school. Okay. Let's Go down to the next floor here. I guess we'll grab this. Yep. We already had spun earlier, that's right. Boy, howdy. Very powerful. I'd be really concerned if I wasn't. Yeah, we'll grab this. I know when I was in public school, I disliked going and stuff, but after being away from it for a while, I kind of miss it. Kinda. I don't know how it would have turned out if I went to public school like these days. Like if I was of the age to go to public school, like grade school and stuff. You know, it's a new generation. Really can't say like it'd be like just cell phones, it'd be Snapchat, it'd be all sorts of stuff. Back then it was like you had a computer, you're damn lucky. Because it's expensive and only the most advanced cell phones were like expensive and not every student had it. And it was not even a smartphone. Wasn't until when I was close to getting out of school, iPhone was introduced, so like even that no one's gonna afford that. Almost no one could afford that. But now it's like, well, you know what? It's affordable. And I have a smartphone and I'm paying on a plan on there. A really decent one. Not the greatest, but it's decent. It's better than my last phone. I don't really do like a whole lot of snaps. I never used the WhatsApp. I guess that was a thing for like kids would use or something like that to talk to each other and teens and all that. I guess that was like some kind of like social platform. I heard about like Facebook buying it and I'm like, what the hell is this? Looked into it. It's like, you remember the good old days? Like a YouTube video. Someone was talking about, you remember the good old days with WhatsApp? You just pass it off to your friends. It's like, WhatsApp. Hey, where's your... Or Kick. Or it was a Kick. No, it was Kick, I think. And then it was talking about, well, nowadays with Kick, it's more perverted and all these, you know, creepy guys and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. So it used to be something where it was like highly monitored, and then now almost nobody's using it. They got a bunch of perverts on there now. I get it. I guess that was a thing back then. And then another thing too, when I got into the university, they were doing this thing called Kazoo or whatever. And this teacher or something like that was like, you guys are all familiar with Kazoo, right? You know, you had it in schools, I'm like, just sat there all silent, like, what the hell is Kazoo? Or Kahoot. No, it's Kahoot. And it was just this thing I never seen before, and I'm like, that's actually kind of cool. I like that. A whole team effort thing where you can like learn how to like... So you can have all the questions, like it'd be like on a test or something like that, and then you can like be playing a game as a group in class. That's actually pretty dope. Used to be where it was just like, you know, someone was penciling something in and randomly writing the questions. But you had like a website that did that kind of stuff, but it also like randomized answers and everything and questions. You could like modify them on a computer. And then you can like have other students like play around with it too. On their own terms, do like flashcard stuff. It's like, this was really fun. Like, I was getting really into it. It's like, damn, I wish I had this back then. So there's that kind of a piece of thing that I guess was like pretty common for like public schools now that I never got to see because it wasn't around yet. So at least I got a chance to kind of experience that too. Oh, we're going to take this. We don't need that other one. Oh, tenor rock. So this whole tech thing, like, I don't even know what else they're using. Maybe I should just look more into it and just play around. Like the Zoom thing, yeah, obviously because of the whole COVID stuff. I have used Zoom. It's okay. Like, okay. Like I didn't really use it often. And then I use like some other thing too, and like I don't really do like a whole lot of webcam stuff. Even though I bought one a couple of years ago. After like the whole COVID thing, it's like, oh, I'm gonna need one. I got one. I did use it, but then I kind of stopped using it. I mean, I used to use that chat re-rolling thing just for fun back in the like 09 and 2010 era. Of course, I had a lot of nudity. That was the big issue. Probably still has that issue. It's kind of hard to like, you know, monitor that. I never really used AOL, like, or MSN Messenger. I know people that have. I never really used it. I didn't really have anyone to really talk to, I guess, back then. Or no, not anyone to like add them to whatever. I guess we'll just take meat here because we are maxed out with that other thing. All right. Sure, why not? No conjoined, okay. Go back here and check out our curse room. Yeah. Of course, my former high school and stuff like that, there's been, you know, a lot of issues and stuff going on. It's been getting worse, especially with social media and stuff, and it's unfortunate, but back for my age, like, it was just, back in my time, it was just like, the only audience there was just people that were, like, on the school grounds seeing it. Now it's like, oh, you got video now and audio, and you can do a snap and you can confiscate your phone, but it's on the internet forever. Oh, I should not pop this in there. What the hell did I do? I was not thinking. That's what happened. I wasn't thinking. That could have been really useful. Maybe find another R key. I don't think it works that way. The Kahoot thing was interesting, that's for sure. I sound like a boomer too. Not like installing a boomer or anything, but I'm saying like I'm sounding like kind of like an old person who's it's like, oh, that's kind of a cool thing for young kids to use, and da-da-da. I'm kind of getting there, I guess. Okay. How's this run looking? We're looking really good. Usually when I have these R key runs, or actually every time I have an R key run, it's like, I'm gonna get even more powerful. It's inevitable. Unless I screw something up in the process. And we are out of here. Man, it's getting late too. Oh my lord. It's almost 9:30. I've been going at this since like close to 8 o'clock. Like 2 of these runs. And you give me mom's knife, huh? No. Nope. Too late now. I wanted it before. You didn't give it to me. All right.
Soul of the Keeper.
Also been kind of messing around here too, so that's what's kind of slowing me down as well. Like the whole like webcam thing, like I mean I've had colleges, you know, long before COVID, where they had webcam options, and I was like, online classes and stuff, and I'm like, you know, no, like, if I'm so, you know, built old school to where it's like, do it in person, I'm gonna do it in person. I'm not doing this, I'm not touching the online stuff. I don't want to risk anything. I could have experimented. I mean, there's times I could have had the chance to do it, but it's like, no, I actually just prefer being in person and learning and turning my stuff in. Of course, some of that stuff later on university was all, turn it in online. There's a deadline, da-da-da. I got used to that. Which, funny enough, when I was in grade school, I had a teacher that kept getting upset with me with writing in print. And now I should be writing in cursive because it's faster and it's going to be more useful in the future. Well, you know what? I hardly write by hand anymore. It's mostly typing. That was back before, like, none of us would even knew that it was going to be, like, this crazy with how the text is going to be. I mean, I wasn't like, yeah, well, wait until the mid-2000s where everybody's going to have to be typing. And everyone's going to have a smart computer in their pocket. Where it'd be affordable. Duh. No, that'd be silly. But, yeah, it was just cursive. Of course, cursive was still kind of getting phased out for the most part in public schools, and I was being kind of forced to use it, and I was actually learning to use it too. That's how of course, you gotta be learning to use it in order to be forced to use it, so. I preferred print. Like, I could still do cursive, but I have to put some more practice into it so I don't, like, screw up as much. Or whatever. I guess I have to kind of relearn it. Man, if I was in grade school, like right now, straight up, and stuff, like, I probably would have a cell phone somehow if my parents ever got me one or something. I probably would have been using it, and I would be so distracted with that damn thing. I probably won't even get anything done. Like, I have a cell phone now, and it's like, it's kind of hard to, like, get away from it sometimes. It's like, oh, I want to watch this YouTube video. about this obscure documentary about this twister that's over there in Kansas. Back in '07, that was an F5 that wiped out like 95% of this town. Yeah, I did watch that. I mean, straight up though, to be really honest with you, I think that exactly that's what would happen. I would be so glued to that device that I'm going to have trouble getting away from that. And then I'm going to get in trouble. I mean, they'd probably confiscate my cell phone is what would happen. Because they did that in high school with some kids. But they were like flip phones. Or these, you know, phones with keyboards sometimes. So there was some of that. There was some of that going on. There was some cell phone policy stuff kind of coming up early on. So I imagine it'd probably be the same thing. It'd be like confiscating the phones. I don't even know what I would Snapchat if I was a kid. Like what kind of stuff I would like record. I'd probably record fights maybe going on at recess. Maybe. And then I don't know what else. Just some obscure things. I mean, fights would probably be one of those things where it'd be like, I'm going to be viral. I'm going to record this fight that's going on in school and we'll all be talking about it. That'll be cool. That's why it kind of leads to the trap, though, is like the social media thing. You want to get the attention. That's probably one of the things that would probably stick out the most in my schools is like the fights. And that'd probably be something viral to record. Anyways, I'm kind of losing my voice here, so that was a really good run. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.